Greetings everyone, hello and welcome back to Colossus of the New World once more to Santa Cruz. There it is in all its glory, our Artista megacity growing. And yeah, we continue with this episode right away. I mean, look at that, how many people there are on the roads. And we continue onwards right away with some mass upgrading that I would like to start this episode with, and then we focus a bit on the monument. So let's just have a look here. There's lots of new people we can upgrade. Poof, there you go. We have 4,000 honoreros at the moment that are waiting for better homes, and we should provide that. Of course, not all of them can be reached because we still don't have the best streets possible yet, so I'm going to gradually move some of those or upgrade some of those paved roads here. So that's the one, right? So that we can also get these ones here in between that are unfortunately not connected to any major market yet. These guys here, they should have it now. They have it, perfect. So it's just going to take a bit of time. We got still 600 more tons of timber, and I would like to move or upgrade them all the way here towards the ocean there. There is still this tiny area available that for some reasons I did not build anything. So I'm just going ahead and we're going to make another block here. Perfect. That we have. And now these guys here want to upgrade too. Let's give them the pleasure of doing that. 3,000 more honoreros. We have 2,600 obreros. And I could then also continue over there, right? We, of course, at some point have to stop with that. But as always, it's very hard to stop upgrading buildings that would like to upgrade. Perhaps after these here, I'm stopping it now. And check my consumption rates there real quick. Of course, they have doubled in some areas. We still have enough of this. Ponchos is something, and fried plantain is something that we need to tackle. So over here, we still have room to upgrade one more. And probably also, I mean, we could just go ahead with this one again, all right? Having in a whole bunch of additional fish oil factories then as well. Let's go here, and then another one. That's not possible. Doesn't matter, we have enough fish oil going all the way over there into this area. Let's have 2 more, so we have 3 more. With that I need a few more plantations, those 3 here. Then we've used actually all of them in this area, and then I'm going ahead also with 2 more fried plantain kitchens. That's over here. For that we'll need at least 1 more field though. Just see how we can make this work. Probably here, and add another warehouse then as well to this area. Perfect. Yeah, that's just the upgrades that we need to do. The sewing machines might also be over the top then. And coffee. Let's also go ahead and get me 2 more coffee roasters in. And with that we also need 2 more, make it 3 more coffee plantations. We already have too many plantations anyway. So that is fine. And also the tortilla wise, 2 more corn plantations. And I'm going ahead and we're just going to add a few more of these. Just beat the oil again with another warehouse then as well. Yeah, it's getting a bit tight here in Cerebialis, so I might then also just go ahead and have some more honoreros. So lots of city development right at the beginning of the episode. I hope it's not too overwhelming, but it's the business we have to do. And let's also go ahead, since we have some bricks there, some serious bricks by the way. So I think my ship has just arrived, where we can, add a few more artistas. And I would like to do this right here then. Oh, look at that, there's still some settling going on. And some more artistas here. And this is them pushing us already to 3,000 artistas that we have in the region. Getting the drinks now too then, and this will then even more. Now my airship has arrived with the remaining advanced weapons that we need. Because with that, we have now all the building materials in, hopefully, to finish this. I think there is a small bug here with showing the numbers of advanced weapons, because actually I was getting over 200 tons of light bulbs and 200 tons of advanced weapons, and it was not enough, right? So we are running out of these goods, even though I had them in the storage. And I think it's consuming actually twice as much, as if I'm not completely mistaken here. With the reinforced concrete it was fine. The light bulbs I actually had to ship in again. And look at that, we just, it's going up again there for some reasons. And for the advanced weapons, we are also starting to consume them again at a pretty high rate there. So 70 tons. Should be enough this time around though. Alright. Now, with the materials we have, I would like to start with something else, and that is my oil springs that we have over there. And we can now finally also start to get the oil pumping. We should be able... Well, not quite. I'm going with 2 of them again. These are too far away, unfortunately, so I'm not going to be able to use all of them. I think we can be happy with that, right? That's already those guys. We do need a oil harbor somewhere over here then. This is a pretty important one. This is going to connect all of that. And you know what? Bit of a mistake on my part there. Let's actually move this one over. Instead of the fish oil, right? So I'm going to get rid of the fish oil again. We're going to have them over there. And get the oil harbor over here. I need to have it a bit more central because of course we're getting the oil then to the industrial zone and there's more oil lines coming in, so it doesn't make sense to have it here at the far edge of the city. And we're just going to try and squeeze in enough of these here as possible, right? So should be possible. Five, 6. That's okay. Let's get all of them together with a road connection. It's nighttime quite often in Santa Cruz, it seems. At least it's just my feeling here. And there we have this road then leading all the way up. Because of course we should look into electrifying a few industrial areas soon. That we have. This one does not need a road connection. Thank you very much. And then we can just actually go ahead and start with the train. Now, there's going to be probably 2 tracks here, so let's keep a bit of a distance there between them. This one goes up then, right? And this one delivers the oil just fine along the street, all the way here. To the main track that we have then. Let's go ahead and also give them the pumps. 4 of them it is, and with that, the oil production in Santa Cruz has started. And we can then look into pushing the first electrical power plants to save us the space. The upgrades can continue. I would like to have another whole block of artistas here and here, as long as we can do this. Perfect. And with the remaining bricks, let's also continue with the main avenue here. Bit costly, but it's going to be worth it because of course it's just looking nice overall. Upgrading those big roads here in the center. For the ponchos, let's continue 1, 2, and 3 additional alpaca farms for those 2 additional poncho darners. And with that, I mean, the ratio is 1 to 1, but I would like to have a bit of alpaca wool there as left over. And yeah, with that, we have built all of the poncho darners here now. So really boosting them would be the next step, or we're just going in like this and copy it over. Is entirely possible, of course, but as you can see, we still need a lot of goods, and it's filling up quickly here in the industrial zone. But, of course, the construction has finished, at least the next stage, or the final stage. We'll find out in a second. Phase 3 completed. There it is. Oh, that was actually the final stage here. And we have a 1000 attractiveness boost with it. And we get the Santa Cruz Military Academy in all its fortified glory up here overlooking the city down there. Beautiful sight indeed. The interesting thing is, of course, it's the same building, I mean the same construction site that we have in Panagos Crown Falls, right? Only in Crown Falls we have this old world fortress overlooking the city, which is also of course very impressive. And then we have now the military academy that is actually a new building. I mean, it's looking a bit like Jean Lafortune's pirate fortress, but not quite there. So there we have it. And this one actually has a director office. Look at that, with exhibition themes. So we can have a nice museum here too, where we do get new items out, like training personnel, right? We do need a bit more attractiveness or jornaleros with that. Same goes with the training courses for the specialists, and then the equipment that we would actually have something for ships, where we need to prepare some goods for that in order to get items out of that. Now, with that, we have resorted. After the castle on the hill of Santa Cruz shines in new splendor, Vasco wants to bring the newly established colony to recognition on the world stage. To achieve this, it will be necessary to push the export trade to new heights. Coffee, cotton, tobacco, rum, and gold are eagerly sought after in the old world. New military projects can be undertaken with the profits from the exports, which will also return the colony to its former greatness in this aspect. Increase the production of the following colonial goods simultaneously. Coffee, cotton, cigars, rum, chocolate, and gold. Holy cow! And where? Do we need to have all of this on one island? Because this would be a bit harsh. Coffee, cotton, cigars, 50 tons per minute. It's possible, of course. Of course, the easy way of trying it first is to take all islands into my statistics and have a look where we do have it already. So the coffee and the cotton, so coffee is at 100 tons. The tobacco is only at 12 tons, so this is something we need to, I guess, work on. Corn is at 34. So I guess we have to do it for all of my islands. I hope so, at least, right? 25 tons of gold per minute. We have 12 gold deposits in Santa Cruz. That's quite a bit. With the gold, let's just check it out here too. We have a total production of none because we're importing that. So yeah, we do have a bit of work ahead of us here if I want to make this work. I hope this counts globally. I think it is. It doesn't specify it anywhere else, right? So it has to be globally. With that. Also, we get a new one here. And that is strengthen your military presence in this region. Have at least 20 military ships in Maya back. Oh, that's an easy one. For the military ships, we do have our big Yamatos at the moment. I'm not going to build now 20 of these because that will take a long time. But we can take the smaller ones that we have, like the Ironclad, the Flamethrower, right? So let's just go ahead with this. They're also pretty cheap to produce. That's 4 ships that we can already build here rather quickly. I do also still have, of course, the big advanced shipyard, but all of these ships take a long time. Let's go with a destroyer. That's 15 minutes. The Bismarck is only 8 minutes, actually. Let's go ahead with the Bismarck then. Also get me some 4 Bismarcks out there. And once this is completed, we just continue with a few more down the road. And then we can take some of the existing ones already and get them over as well. So these are also things working in the back now. Holy cow, these quests are rather demanding now. And we'll just see how we can do this. So it doesn't tick them, unfortunately. So I just have to guess that with the coffee and the cotton, we've already ticked them, right? But the other ones, like tobacco, are still working. So these are still things that we need to do. Space-wise, not possible. So even with that, we have it not. There is still one more island up here that has the tobacco fertility. So I would like to go ahead and use this one for my next colony. Let's take some of the timber that we have. And then also some of the bricks. Probably some steel beams there. And yeah, let's get this over. No one has settled here. The Admiral is not coming over at all. That's okay for me. And then, of course, we still have the Cliff Islands as well that I can go with. Still, of course, I kind of like have to calculate it with the 50 just in Santa Cruz itself as well, just as a plan B. So let's have a look at all the islands again, because I think in 2 areas we're also lacking. That's the cigars and the chocolate. For chocolate, we need 20 more tons, total of 50. And for cigars, we need a total of 30 more, well, 50 as a contingency plan that we have. With the chocolate, we can produce actually 4 chocolate per minute if we boost it with electricity. And we can have 5 per minute if we boost it with the trade union. On top of that, even 6. But let's go with 5 here. So that means I do need 10 chocolate factories planned out. The good thing is we have the space, right? So over there we have the power station. I do need another trade union that we can hopefully squeeze in still here. Perfect. And with that, I can have my whole chocolate industry stuffed together here, right? So that's 6, right? And then perfect, 10. There we have them. This would be the whole chocolate that I need, just in case I need all of that in Santa Cruz. And yeah, also, of course, as always, very important, let's get the fire station down here as well and build it right away. I don't want to risk it. We still have a bit more space over here. Plus, I will also still need another warehouse at the end of this triple road. And here we have a bit more space then as well. Now, the same thing applies for the cigars. Once again, boosted, trade union. Another trade union, hopefully somehow here. I mean, we're going to need those goods anyway, right? Because the artistas want cigars. Yeah, don't want chocolate. There's no chocolate requirement. The obreros? They also don't want no chocolate. No one wants chocolate. It's totally up for Panagos to consume all the chocolate in the world. Alright. The chocolate we have, and next up is then my cigars. That we have them. It's the same thing that applies, so we do need 10 in total. They unfortunately require a lot of space. That's those. There we have 5, right? And then we just have them on the other side as well. That's 1, 2, and then those here up. Just around the trade union. All of them in. The total amount of cigars. And look at that. The next strips are already being finished as well. Perfect. There's still the room then for the wall that I would like to have in this area. And yeah, we still need, of course, also some warehouses then as well for this whole mess. Very good. Those 2 goods can actually also now be fully produced in Maya back in Santa Cruz. The cotton is easy. Chocolate we have now. Rum is easy. So gold ore would be the last one. That's 25. We have 12 deposits here. Don't get fooled, because as far as I know, we actually need... Yeah, it needs 2.5 minutes for each gold mine to produce 1. So even those 12 gold deposits will not be enough to fulfill this. Once we boost that, it might change. Meantime, with all the planning, my ship has arrived on this island here, which is going to be called Meridita. And in Meridita, we have now the next colony. We already got some Jornaleros, but that's not going to be enough. And we're going to need to establish a small colony. It's getting dark again. Let's upgrade the warehouse, unload the remaining goods, and build us that small colony here as well. And probably a double road here too, right? Just in case. Looks nice. And then let's go ahead. It's going to be a tight colony because we need the space, right? I can't risk running out of space here at all. We still haven't built the docklands though, so that is something that we can still use as well. That should be fine. I'm not going to have a timber production here because it's simply not required. We will just get more timber over then from Santa Cruz again, where we have plenty of timber available. And here, yeah, here we just really have to get cracking now with the tobacco farm that I'm going to need. And for the chocolate, I'm actually probably going to use the hacienda at some point. Cocoa we have in Santo Tome, that's not going to be enough. So really, we need probably use the hacienda or the docklands for that last tick then. Let's go ahead and get us a sexy trade union out here somewhere. Right, and around that trade union, we're now going to have then all the tobacco fields that we're going to need. And just put that into your mind here. So that's it's producing 1 every 2 minutes, right? So 0.5. So we need at least a 20 tobacco per minute. And with that, we need, yeah. So for the full one, I would need a 100 tobacco per minute in... yeah, 100, around 100 tobacco plantations I would need, which of course is an insane amount that I'm not going to have. So we are rather using the trade union, and we're going to boost them in addition. So that leads me to having probably around 20 that we're going to need in total for now. And we'll just see where it goes from here. So let's build the first one. And as we can see, there's the tractor barn then. We do have the oil on this island, so I can actually go ahead. Also the fertilizer silo we have. So I'm just going to build one of them now with both of these things in mind, right? There we have then the tractor. And the game automatically already builds me then everything that we need, including the new field demand, right? Because with the tractor, we have a higher field count then. And this field count goes all the way up to 270. Is that enough? 288, right? So this is the total demand for one of these. Fully boosted tobacco plantations, by the way. So we are going to need quite a few of them. And as you can see, the space requirement is hard. It's not going to be 20 of these, because fully boosted with the trade union as well, for some of them, it's going to be better, right? Let's just see also here, trade union. But yeah, that's a steep requirement. I'm really surprised a bit at how steep it really is. Let's build another 2 on that side. We have the oil fields over there. That's perfect. So this is where the tractor oil is then also coming out. Right? And then we are, of course, also going to need at least some warehouses that are going to provide then the required goods. One more here. One more here. One more here. And yeah, this way it's actually coming along. So this way we're not going to need 100 plantations at all. And oh, it's actually cutting out the clay field there. So I'm going to take this area there. It's a better farm. This is actually already adjusting to the coastline over there. That's fine. Moving in. And then still a bunch of them on that side too. It's a steep requirement. It really is. So I just wonder if this is going to be enough. Feeling wise, I'd say yes. But we can always be surprised, of course. So that's about 15 fully boosted. It's going to be a lot of tobacco. Plus, we also have the docklands still at our disposal as well. Bear in mind, this is the total maximum size that we're ever going to need. Probably a bunch more here, but that's it then. I'm going to get a few more steel beams over them. And not only steel beams, but I've already planned ahead. And some steam motors there as well for the tractors. And that's 100. And then also some bricks that we still need. And some timber, of course, for the remainder. Go ahead and get all of this over here then as well to Meridita. It's going to be quite the powerhouse for us there with all of that. Trade is coming in. That's all nice and dandy. And I think so far that's fine. The only thing we now still need is then the gold. That's coming in with the demand. Chocolate, rum, cigars, coffee. Yeah, I can actually just go happily ahead here and upgrade a few more. The jornaleros that we have. And also then obreros to artistas. Here especially. And also on that side there, more, leading to 5,000 artistas almost over and 5,000 obreros that we're going to need now for some proper industry. And yeah, we're ending this episode as we begun it with upgrading and city sites. And just like that, another massive industrial foundation completed, plus the castle, and we continue onwards with realizing the next missions. Stay tuned!